And good afternoon. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm your host, Stan Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fustel, on a beautiful Thursday to get you going for the 4-day race week. I was going last weekend, but I saw the 2-year-old filly beat the boys on Saturday, the Phil Schoenthal filly, Gifted Heart, and then Claudio Gonzalez, our leading trainer, he's heating up. He had a big weekend last weekend.
Claudio kind of getting that unstoppable mode again, right? We've seen this movie before. The barn is heating up. I think he's looking forward to have a big weekend, too, looking ahead to the answers throughout the rest of this weekend. And I read a great story, too, about Phil Schoenthal's horse, Gifted Heart.
Right.
Really good. You go check that out. I believe that was the Racing Biz, if I'm not mistaken. Go check that out. But a good win over the boys. Service horse had a lot of trouble that race. Nearly came back to get it done. But, great story. A really good, feel-good story there for Gifted Heart.
You can read more about that nice press release on the laurelpark.com website. Press release about that filly, and also a press release about our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. Big weekend last week, and also all our picks and tickets, plays of the day, all the events on the laurelpark.com website. So that was last weekend. We have 3 nice carryovers to get rolling today. The Rainbow Pick 6 will start race 3 today on the 8-race program. And there's the carryover, $11,623. That'll be well played today, Keith. It'll be sitting around $20,000 when it's all said and done.
Absolutely. This is the time to sneak in there under the radar a little bit, fly in. The pot's about $15,000, $20,000. Come in and snipe yourself a little Rainbow Pick 6.
So that's the Pick 6, starts in race 3. Late Pick 5 carryover as well, starting in race 4 with that industry low 12% takeout. There's the carryover for the late Pick 5. That's a little over $5,300. So I have a ticket for both Pick 5s today. I like them. Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket for the Rainbow Pick 6. I know you like the early Pick 4. That starts in race 2. So.
Yeah, that's a real scramble. I played a $36 ticket. We're going to show you. I think you go a little bit deeper than that. Some questionable, races, some tough first-time starters, well-bred firsters. But how about the Frocks blew it up late in the card there, right, with going to the lead, a $61 horse, I believe, or
Sunday.
to get it done to push the Pick 5 carryover.
All right, so that left us some nice carryovers today. Tomorrow is Stronach 5-Day, that popular national wager with a guaranteed $100,000 pool, industry low, 12% takeout. There's the lineup for the Stronach 5 tomorrow. Laurel Park, once again, going to be heavily involved. 3 legs of the Stronach 5 right here at Laurel Park. We'll kick it off. Laurel Park, race 8. That's going to be about 5:05 Eastern time. Then Laurel Park, race 9 is leg B. Then we go to Gulfstream Park for race 8 for leg C. Then right back here to Laurel Park for leg D. That's going to be Laurel Park, race 10. And then leg E, Gulfstream Park, race 9. The last couple races are on the turf. You can read more about the Stronach 5 on the website, laurelpark.com. It paid well once again last week. I think you had 43 winning tickets. I believe it paid around $2,600.
Yeah, and maybe was it one double-digit payout, like a horse $10, $40, $11?
And
other shorter prices. So
all right, so start studying up for that Stronach 5 now. That's going to be tomorrow. Then let's show you what's coming up this Saturday. We debuted this contest last Saturday, the Beat the Heat contest. Now check this out. The Maryland Jockey Club will seed the prize pool $500 each week. That's $500 cash each week. That's like $500 found money on the street the Maryland Jockey Club is going to give you. Last Saturday we started this contest, and the winner, and then 100% of the entry fee goes towards the prize pool. I believe the entry fee $10. The winner last Saturday got a little over $600 in the Beat the Heat contest.
You're telling me it's free money, basically.
It's free money. I
love it.
A little bit of it of an entry fee. All the entry fee money is added to the $500. So it's $500 guaranteed. It's like a $500 added stake raise plus the entry fee money. So it started last Saturday. The winner got over $600. It's going to be every Saturday through August 17th as part of the Maryland Jockey Club handicapping series. You can you can learn more about this contest on the website, laurelpark.com, or visit guest services for more information. So that's this Saturday, and then one of the biggest handicapping tournaments of the summer coming up Saturday, August 17th here at Laurel Park, the Champions Handicapping Tournament. Over $33,000 in prize money. You choose your berth for one of the big handicapping tournaments, the NHC, the big one, the Breeders' Cup Betting Challenge. You can register online now. It's going to take place up there at the sports bar right here at Laurel Park. So sign up now, laurelpark.com, champions, to sign up for the big handicapping tournament. It's going to be part of a big day. It's Maryland Pride Day that day, Keith. Saturday, August 17th. Right. We're going to have 4 Maryland-bred stake races, a T-shirt giveaway, live music, live racing, pony rides, and kids' activities. So a big day coming up. That's going to be the last Saturday of the summer meet here at Laurel Park.
Saying this place is going to be buzzing that day.
Absolutely, yeah. We had a big crowd. Maryland, we started Maryland Pride Day a couple years ago, and it's kind of like a warm-up for Maryland Million Day, and it's almost become as big as Maryland Million Day. So more about Maryland Pride Day and the big handicapping tournament on the website, laurelpark.com. So that's what's coming up. Let's get right to it today. Beautiful weather. Let's show you a picture of both tracks. We're fast and firm. There you go. We're on the bowl game and the Exceller turf courses today. Let's check out the conditions. Well, we're in the 80s. There you go, 86, sunny, no humidity, fast and firm. First race post time is 1:10. So let's get right to it here. Race 1 is going to kick off the popular early pick 5. It's a mandatory payout in the early pick 5. Industry low, 12% takeout on all the pick 5s around here at Laurel Park. Let's check out my early pick 5 ticket. I couldn't find this. I have a single. My best bet is in the late pick 5. Couldn't find a single here in the early pick 5, so I have a $48 ticket. Race 1, I like the 2 Gold Man, and the 3 No More Talk, the 2 favors. And race 2, I spread a little bit. I go 4 deep there with the 2, 5, 6, 8. Race 3, my price play of the day, I like the 5 C Story at 5-1 with Sheldon Russell, but the 1A Surplus Gold going to be tough as well in race 3. Then I used the 1 and the 2 favorites in race 4. And then a nice maiden special weight, 5.5 on the bowl game turf course race 5. I used a 1, 3, 4 there, so $48 ticket. You can study all our tickets some more. laurelpark.com underneath the handicapping section. Let's get to it here. Race 1, we're on the main track going 7 furlongs, claiming 16,000 for 3-year-olds and upwards. And I have the 2 on top here, Gold Man. We have a video spotlight of this 10-year-old who's won 22 times, 5 wins right here at Laurel Park. Let's show you the race from June 15th here at Laurel. Coming off the layoff, we're going a mile this day, Keith.
Yeah, broke a little bit of slow that day, had to steady in some traffic, and Gold Man, the 3 horses, a little bit keen to move on. He's got the speed to the inside of No More Talk, or we're going to see a little bit of a rematch from this afternoon, a little bit of a shorter distance. You see that little cat and mouse job right there, huh, by the rider of No More Talk. Puts Goldman, Fergal Lynch had to steady there and ease back out and make another move into the turn. Then we're going to pick him out a rebid, pick him back up top of the stretch in a rebid here for Goldman. Going to move right alongside No More Talk, and these two in an out-and-out war through the final, basically 3/16 of a mile. A really good horse race. You see the inside horse, No More Talk, drift a little bit. Goldman, maybe a slight hang, a little bit of hurting there going on. But these two back a little shorter distance from that day down to 7 furlongs. It works. Goldman, boy, does he like 7. 4 for 5 at the distance. Positional speed in here. I think once again, No More Talk will be 4, but he won't have it as easy, Stan, with his long shot, the 5 uplifting, adding the blinkers. He's got some pretty sharp speed on his PPs. I think he's going to bring it today with Sheldon. Goldman stalks and moves into it. But I like Lion Lord on top. Okay. This is a trainer here. Ricardo D'Angelo's kind of come on the scene maybe last year or so, year and a half, and he's done quite well. The blinkers come off. First off the claim, turf to dirt. We're going to move up in class just a little bit. Go back on those pages, though. He's run big at the 7 furlong distance behind all those trade. 1 and done, a next out winner. Here's a stat, too, as well. Last year, over the past year, 3 for 11, 6 for 11 in the money, first off the claim. Is Ricardo D'Angelo. He did it the other day with the horse that won on the turf. ROI of 289. I think this horse, look at the recent work since the claim as well. He's sharp. I think he can sit somewhere 3 or 4 off of it and wear down the speed types in race 1.
All right, I use them. Carlos Carrasco rides for D'Angelo. They take the blinkers off. Lion Lord stepping up in class first off the claim. So we like the same 4 horses here, just in a little different order. Nice open 16,000 claimer to kick off that early pick 5. Let's turn the page. You like the early pick 4.
Yeah.
Also, race 2 starts the rolling super high 5. We have a carryover in the rolling super high 5 starting in race 2. Let's show you what we have. It's a low 15% takeout on the rolling super high 5. We have it every race with 7 or more, and we'll start with a little over 1,000 in race 2. Race 2 also kicks off the early pick 4. Keith, you have a ticket.
I do.
Let's check it out.
As I said, got written on top of the PPs here saying guess of a race. This is a really interesting heat, race number 2. Some of these stats I think I've got to give. I've got a couple stats to throw at you, but here's my early pick 4. I wanted to go deeper. I could basically hit the all button if I could. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 in race 2. Then we're going to narrow it down a little bit too deep with the 3 and the 9. Epic Idea. We've got a video of her race last time out. 4th race, the 1 and the 2. Wee Money Creek, Hail the Queen, the 2 program faves in there. 5th race, 1, 2, and 3 for a total of $36. Could even go a little bit deeper in race 5 with some well-bred runners in there. So 36, if you can grab a friend, add a couple into there, I think you can sneak away with a good price payout in this early pick 4.
All right, let's check out the 2-year-olds here. Race 2, maiden claiming $25,000 for 2-year-olds. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the bowl game turf course with the rail setting at 17 feet. I go with the 2 on top here. Mind to Hold, a first-time starter from the Dale Capuano barn. Let's start right there. Dale Cap recently 55% and a big positive ROI with first-time starters. And when he debuts, maiden claiming, small sample, but 57%. He's won won over half his starts debuting at maiden claiming. So that's what we're doing here with this Maryland bred by Orientate. Comes to his debut assignment with a nice big full work tab. You see a bunch of gate works, 5 furlong workouts. This horse looks ready to roll. Jorge Riaz will ride Lasix end debut. Hopefully he can get a sharp break from the inside here going 5.5.
Yeah, and I don't think this one's going to be, really restricted to running short. You go on the bottom side. The mother was 3 for 23. All those races were long on the dirt. Now, Dale, he's done great with the first-time starters, but he's 0 for 6 with first-time starters on the turf over the last 5 years, so doesn't run a lot.
Right.
So you can take that with a little bit of a grain of salt. First foal out of this mare, Mind to Hold. He went, kind of a little bit of tell. Maybe he goes and gets a turf rider here in Ruiz. He's very capable grass rider at Laurel Park. So I'm going to throw that horse into the mix. Here's another negative stat. I'm going to try to buck it right now. Hammy's 1 for 33 the last 5 years with firsters on the turf. 6 for 33 in the money. Not too strong, but yeah, I go to this horse's breeding by Seville. We've seen the Sevilles run well on the grass. I like this mare a lot. Perfect Measure was good. She was 5 for 19 sprinting on the turf, made upwards of 160,000 and ran fast. She had to top that in an 87 buyer. Good positional draw. Goes to Carrasco. These two jockey trainer have teamed up to do quite well with a positive ROI. Let's hope we can kind of bust that negative stat and get this horse home. 5-star perfect for Hammy Smith. Owner trainer here, Hammy Smith.
And the breeder. He trained the dam.
Breeder, yeah.
He trained the dam, didn't he?
He did train Perfect
All right,
Measure.
So he trained the dam. He liked the dam. He kept her. He bred her. He's the owner, breeder, trainer of this gelding by Seville, young Galileo stallion that we used to have here in Maryland. The works look good enough right here at Laurel Park. Doesn't have to ship for the debut. Yeah, Victor Carrasco and Hammy, 21% here in Maryland. So I like the 8 5-star perfect. I think it's a nice trip breaking from the outside for his debut. So we both like the 2 and the 8. The 1, I didn't use the 1 here. Pat Taz, another Hammy Smith first-time starter. Has a tough inside post position today.
Teaming up with my buddy Lee Christian, a mainstay down at the Ellery Trials.
Yep.
By Super 99, he hits with over 20% of his first-time starters. They can handle the turf as well. Bottom side, Dancing Anna. 3 for 11, made $140,000. This horse is a half to a $220,000 earner on the grass. Was 5 for 11 sprinting on the turf, that runner. So like I say, we're going to try to go against a little bit of a trend here. Use the Hammy horses. Going to toss in Dale Capuano's firster and also use Sidecar. Kind of the proven speed in here. I'll toss that one in. Got a beaten favorite last time out. Really had everything his own way and couldn't last. There's really not a lot on that bottom side from the turf that I saw, but you could even consider Jeremiah Dwyer's first. Or you could even consider Pecoraro.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
How about the near Hall of Famer here, Ned Allard with the
Yeah.
6 River Hawk?
Yeah.
I mean, he's one good horse away from being in the Hall of Fame. He gets Trevor McCarthy to ride his 2-year-old by Treasure Beat. So some turf pedigree on the top side here for the 6 River Hawk.
River Hawk, 2 winning turf siblings. Take that into consideration, and he went and got McCarthy.
Yep.
Yeah,
homebred here. All right, so a nice little maiden 25, 5.5 on the turf there. Race 2. We start that 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6, race 3 today. Don't sleep on it.
Yeah.
I know it normally starts race 4. We're going to start race 3 today on the 8-race program. There's the carryover, $11,623 for the Rainbow Pick 6 today at Laurel Park. Tim Tulloch, my co-host in the afternoon, he has a ticket. Let's check it out. $64. 80-cent play, and it's a tough sequence. He doesn't have a single. You can study that ticket some more on the laurelpark.com website underneath the handicapping section. Race 7, I know that race 7, that's a nice maiden special weight. He goes 3 deep there. The 4, first time, long time. The 9, Trapped in My Mind, who I like. And then the Kelly Rubley, first time starter. The Curlin filly for Gunpowder Farms, Arafana on the outside. So nice little maiden special weight there in race 7. Looks like Tim's 3 deep there. So you can check out all of our tickets and our picks for today, laurelpark.com, underneath the handicapping section. Let's take a look here at the 3rd. Maiden special weight for filly and mares 3 and up. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the Exceller turf course, rail at 70 feet here in the 3rd. And I go, let's start with the 5. My top pick here, Sea Story, 5-1 morning line for trainer Dove Houghton. 4-year-old filly. She didn't get to the races until July of her 4-year-old year, so some patient handling here for this filly by 40 Tails. She went off 26-1. They could have run. She was a 4-year-old. They could have gotten away for maiden 25, maiden 16. Nobody would have touched her. They go for maiden special weight. She was 26-1, and she comes 7 wide at the 8th pole, and a real good 3rd going 5 furlongs on a good turf course right here at Laurel Park, where this filly trains for Dove Houghton. Now her second start, she's going to get an extra half furlong. Sheldon Russell back aboard here. Gray Cross Stable. I believe that's Biff Poggi, the former head football coach at Gilman High School. So some long-time local connections here on the 5C Story. I'll use her on top at a decent price.
Gilman and St. Francis, right? Went over to St. Francis, built that national powerhouse.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know if he's still there. He might be moving on, but man has gotten some serious football ramped up in Baltimore. I can tell you that.
Had some nice some nice horses with Franny Campitelli. Had some
back
nice
in the day with Franny.
Nice upper level allowance runner. So 40 Tails, a 4-year-old filly. She's fresh and ready to go. She ran well in debut, and I think she runs even better today.
Well, you're going to see. We've got video. Let's talk about the 9 real quick as well. Epic Idea. You're going to see. Out of that same race, Sea Story did run 3rd, came rallying. You're going to be able to watch her in this as well. I'm going to pick up and concentrate on Epic Idea, who is down towards the inside this day, the 2-horse, with the Shadow Row running about 6, saving ground top of the stretch. Little Skiff's your eventual winner, actual stablemate right inside there. We're going to have a little bit of study. Watch that. Little check. Little Skiff got the seam there, Stan. You see that? Got the jump on Epic Idea on the far outside. Is going to be your top horse, Sea Story, making a run. But watch the 2 even late. Just crying out for run.
Sure.
Held up in traffic.
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go. And galloped out fine. I'm going to come back. Trevor stays on the 9, Epic Idea. I think we're going to have a little bit of flow in this race. Let's avoid some traffic. We're on that outer course, 70 rails out 70 feet, dropping a little bit around the turn. Hopefully we can find a little bit of clear sailing today through the stretch.
I like the 9. I use this filly. Beautiful management of this homebred for Vivian Routh, 3-year-old filly by Great Notion. I remember the man.
You remember the mare, right,
mare
too?
Calliope. She was an allowance winner, sprinting on the turf. And the debut on the dirt just okay. And then they waited a month. They tried the turf. As she ran well. They're not going long today. I
No.
like that. They're right back 5.5 on the turf.
Mm-hmm.
So and McCarthy stays aboard. So I like the 9. Might get caught a little wide. Well, McCarthy he might find a seam right up the rail.
Hopefully
you never
he
know.
can navigate another trip right. You want to save a little bit of ground around that turn. You don't want to be hung 4 deep. You lose all your momentum usually. You got that extra long run down to the second wire. The top selection is going to be 3, though. Confidently, Tommy Proctor. Barn has come back to life. I like this horse returning to the sprint. Off a little bit of a layoff, the 2-back race I watched at Santa Anita. That was a good one. Double key races. Horses went out of there to win at Santa Anita in a maiden special weight sprinting and up Golden Gate, and both ran numbers higher than a 70. A 70 would win this race. I think confidently a little bit of a freshening brings a late charge along with my 9-horse, my price play, Epic Idea.
Yeah, it's hard to knock this. The Tom Proctor barn is 38% here at the summer meet. He's won 6 times. It's a nice filly by Warfront for Glen Hill Farm. I just wasn't sure if she can get up going 5.5 on the turf, or if she did run big. Her lifetime best going 6.5 on the turf at Santa Anita last March, and then didn't run well going a mile early May. So are they giving her a race here to prep her for something down the road?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get to her. How about the 1A Surplus Gold here for Colts Neck Stable and Duarte? Vargas will ride, and little Surplus Gold was 4th in that video that we showed you for this
She
race.
was. My biggest concern. She does move outside inside. She might have to be sent to get position, which would enhance those chances, I believe, for Surplus Gold. But she hung a little bit at 5. Now we're going to 5.5. Does she flatten out a little bit more with the extra 16th of a mile? But I think she's going to be forwardly placed today. Going to have to send, I think, to get a little bit of position.
How about a long shot here? The other Ann Merriman filly, the 8 Echo of Victory, is going to show speed in here with she only has to carry 113 with the 7-pound Bug Boy Avery Wisman.
Yeah.
By the way, nice story about this Bug Boy Avery Wisman on our website, laurelpark.com. But this filly is going to get a nice trip on the outside with early speed.
Yeah, she's got gas, but so does Kitty Zip, the horse just to her inside, who had a little excuse prior to that. She was acting up in the gate. I think she's going to bring some flow, but certainly it's a little bit better field. Okay, but she has experience, Echo of Victory. I think she hangs around. Maybe she's underneath, user knows exactas, tries, and supers. Yep.
All right, so nice big field, a tricky maiden special weight for Philly Mares to kick off that Rainbow Pick 6. Another carryover for you today. We have 3 carryovers in a row for you today. Race 2, the Super High 5. Race 3, the Pick 6. Then race 4, we start that late Pick 5. Nice carryover. It's a little over 5,300 with that industry low 12% takeout. This will be well played today. I have a ticket for my late Pick 5, and there you go. I have a single $48 ticket. You can study this ticket some more, laurelpark.com, underneath the handicapping section. I used the 2 favorites here in race 4, the 1 and the 2. Then I'm 4 deep there. Race 5's a tough maiden special weight. And then there's my single, my best bet of the day. Race 6, 16,002 life filly mares long on the Exceller turf course. I think the 7 single mission might be lone speed in there with Trevor McCarthy aboard for Jamie Ness. I think she marches right to the front and goes all the way. So I single on the 7 single mission, 7-2 there in race 6. And then I'm 4 deep there in the 7th. That's another tough maiden special weight. And then I use the 3 favorites there in race 8, 3, 5, 8. All right, so let's check out the 4th race. We're going 6 furlongs, main track, claiming 5,000. Filly mares 3 and up. Haven't won 3 races lifetime or straight 3-year-old fillies. And I have the 2 favorites on top here. The 2, Hail the Queens, 9-5. But I'll go with the 1, Wee Money Creek here. Let's check out our picks here for race 4. Wee Money Creek for Kenny Cox. Angel Cruz will ride. Dropped to 8,000, 3 life last out, and finished an okay 3rd that day. Now we're going to drop one more time to the $5,000 level. She won last time at this level, the nickel 2 life. She galloped that day, and then they when they went to the 3 life condition, they were trying tougher company. Now we get back down to her level. She's 4 for 5 in the money here at Laurel with a couple wins. Hopefully Angel Cruz can break sharp and get a forwardly placed trip here on the 1, Wee Money Creek. I think the class relief today will help.
Yeah, this is a tricky little race. I mean, you got a horse like Wee Money Creek. Is she the 55 buyer variety that she showed 2 races back, or is she more like that middle 40s along with Hail the Queen? And you've got Jerry Robb's horses that both kind of want to be towards the front. You know, they've shown the a little ability to come from just off of it. They don't want to certainly get tangled up in any kind of duel. So, yeah, Wee Money Creek, Hail the Queen, I think they're going to be very close at the end. Either one of them you could probably peg as they could be the favorite. Hail the Queen, a little bit better edge. I think she just got hung out against a little bit better horse. I think a next out winner in Unique Humor sits. I think she's going to have the most sustainable run in here for Wayne Potts, who's hit pretty decent clip with his nickel runner. So 1, 2, 2, 1 for me. Looking for maybe speed to hang around. Weekends for work, I think, is going to be dead cent today for the X-Man.
All right, so 1, 2, 2, 1 for you on top. We both like the 1, 2 on top. That's all I use to kick off the late pick 5. Let's keep rolling here. Let's get a quick commercial break, actually. The late pick 4 will start race 5, a nice maiden special weight for 2-year-olds, 5.5 on the bowl game turf course. We'll check that out right after this.
Join us for Jim McKay Maryland Million Day on Saturday, October 19th at Laurel Park. Come with friends and family to Maryland's Day at the Races, a celebration of Maryland's horses and lots of fun for all ages. Enjoy a full day of racing, including on-track entertainment between races. Don't miss the hat contest, 3 categories and wonderful prizes. It'll be fun for all at Laurel Park, Saturday, October 19th. For more information, visit MarylandMillion.com or LaurelPark.com.
All right, it's right around the corner. Maryland's Day at the Races, the Jim McKay Maryland Million, Saturday, October 19th, right here at Laurel Park. More information about Maryland Million and all the events for the rest of the year. We have a lot of events, Maryland Pride in August, a bunch of other events in August, and then we have the big Crab Feast in September, and Maryland Million in October. And by the way, the bands, they announced earlier this week the bands for the Clubhouse Fest for Maryland Million Day. They announced some of the bands, some of the EDM acts for Clubhouse Fest. That's all over Twitter. That's blowing up.
Really?
We had that for the first year. Last year, the concert on Maryland Million Day, the Clubhouse Fest. It was a big turnout. I think the Clubhouse Fest is going to blow up and have a massive turnout this year on Maryland Million Day.
I'll have to check with the daughter on that one.
Right,
she is the one. She's in the know, and she'll give me a heads up on the acts, give me a little refresher course, and get me up to speed. But no, that was a surprising turnout last year.
Yep.
It really looked like it went well, and it was nice that you had a lot of the people. They would come up and in between, watch some races, go back down, and now we need to teach them how to bet a little bit, right?
Yep.
Get them to the
out
windows,
here, and then we'll give them some winners. So check out Maryland Million. All of our events, laurelpark.com. Check out under the events page. Here we go, race 5, a nice maiden special weight for 2-year-olds. We're going 5.5 furlongs on the bowl game turf course, rail setting at 17 feet. It's a nice race here. We like the same 4 horses on top. Scratch the 6 on the turf, where I like Scratch the 7 Manor as well. Still a nice 6-horse field. Let's start with a horse that we didn't use at all here, the 5. Let's start with the 5. He's Not Tapped for trainer Chucky Lawrence. Let's show you the start of his debut, June 28th, right here at Laurel Park. Here we go.
Drawing the outside, you see the comment, a little bit of a step slow, lost about a length at the break. And we don't have this horse in our top 4. Not saying I'm not going to be using this horse underneath Exacta's stand or in tries.
He was bet down the favorite this
He
day.
was bet down the favorite. Now, the number came back a little bit light, but a horse came out of that race to improve, much improved number, almost close to a 50 buyer. Watch this horse a little bit green. You see this throughout the stretch. Jock having a little bit of trouble laying in. Almost had to steady a little bit. He's going to have to steady right behind off of heels late. But He's Not Tapped. There you go. There's that little steady. Continued willingly to the wire. You're going to get Cruz today because McCarthy jumps off. He's going to jump off and go to a firster for Ono Delacour. But not to say that He's Not Tapped. Can't improve. It's a positive stat with the blinkers on for this barn. Second out, it's a positive ROI. So there's plenty to like about He's Not Tapped. He's just not in my top selections, but he will be used in exactas and tries.
I didn't. The buyer came back low, so but the blinkers go on today. He'll probably break better today, but I didn't use him. McCarthy going to the 3, Chapelou. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to go with the 3, Chapelou on top here. So well-bred colt by Flatter, a homebred for Edward Seltzer and Beverly Anderson. Arnaud Delacour rolling this summer, 6 wins, 32%. And this colt shows up for his debut with 3 consecutive bullet workouts up there at Fairhill. McCarthy rides. McCarthy and Delacour 42% together recently in a positive ROI. So good breeding for top connections here. I go with the 3, Chapelou on top.
Yeah, 3 other siblings. One was a debut winner. Now, not a ton there on the grass when you're looking at it, but you have respect factor with the jockey, your leading jockey, going here, Stan. You picked it with a barn certainly capable of the works, awfully strong. I'm going to go with the 2 on top, House Arrest, Michael Stidham. How about this stat for Michael Stidham? I had to look at this, take a double, triple take. Last 3 years, 10 for 19.
Winners, right?
Yeah, 53%. 2-year-old first-time starters in turf sprints with an ROI of 417. By Hardspun, this 2-year-old colt, we know Hardspuns can handle the turf. His first foal out of this mare to race, second dam was okay and did win her debut. That stat just put me over the top. And Sheldon Russell, remember, was it last year? Elsa. He came in with Elsa. These 2 teamed up, jockey trainer to score first time out. I think now Elsa is a graded stakes placer, graded stakes winner.
You know, he trains for Godolphin, and this colt, bred by Adena Springs down in Kentucky by Hardspun. They paid $130,000 for him as a yearling at Keeneland. So owned by E5 Racing Thoroughbreds, one of our new big owners in horse racing. So yeah, good breeding. They paid a bunch for him. Sheldon Russell will ride. Has to ship down here from Fairhill, just like my top pick, the 3 Chapelou. It's going to need to break sharp from the inside. That was an impressive stat you showed there for trainer Michael Stidham. He's 3 for 8 this summer here at Laurel Park, so he's rolling. So the 2 House Arrests I like as well. How about the 1 Food and Wine, a homebred for Glen Hill Farm by Warfront. Fergal Lynch will ride. Good works at Fairhill. I don't like the 1 hole this colt's going to break from in his first time out.
I tell you what, the Fairhill well represented in this race.
Yep.
And you're looking at Food and Wine, full sister. I think it might have been the only other sib in the race, summering 2 for 4 at the age of 2. Both wins turf route, so maybe want a little extra ground. You're saying that inside post, the horse might find itself dropping a little bit further off the pace and rallying late, but the full sis is a good one, no doubt.
This is the Fairhill race. Every colt in the race trained up there at Fairhill. All right, so we both like the 1, 2, 3, 4 here in race 5. Nice maiden special weight to kick off that late pick 4. Here we go. Race 6 will start the final pick 3 of the day. We're going a mile and a 16th on the Exceller turf course. Rail at 70 feet, claiming 16,000 for filly mares 3 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. I don't think there's a lot of speed in this race at all. So I go with the 7 Single Mission on top for trainer Jamie Ness. Trevor McCarthy, our leading rider, will ride. McCarthy went to the front last out July 15th at Delaware, same level. Went to the front, just got a little tired. Finished second that day. But that was only the second start in the Jamie Ness barn. That was the first time going long for this filly on the turf in the Jamie Ness barn. It was the second off the layoff. So now third off the long layoff, third in Jamie Ness barn, second time back going long on the turf. Not much speed in the race. McCarthy, he can dictate the early terms early on here going into that first clubhouse turn. If they're going slow, which I think they will be, McCarthy can march right to the front and set some slow early fractions here for the 7 Single Mission. If that happens, I think she's going. Or if there's some other speed, he can sit close and still get a nice trip.
Yeah, this is an all race to me. Sometimes if you can afford it. I can make a case for every horse in here. Yeah, you've got some speed. Single Mission, but she had it all her own way last time at Delaware and still couldn't get it done, got run down. And I think she's going to have a little bit of pace pressure to her outside. I think Arbutus can relax a little bit. We're going to get Pinero today, so it's just off maybe the pace of Single Mission. Hounds that one, but the 3-back number at a little bit higher level is good enough to get it done. I think Arbutus at a price can hang around, as can the 5 for Valor Testament. Dropping out of those allowance races, now gets a 2 in life. This is maybe a give-up. You know, the trainer, they haven't won, hasn't had a great year thus far. But who you going to call has got a couple races on the turf page that would get the job done in here. I'm going with some strangers. 5-8-8-5 for me in race 6 in a real scramble, because the other horses, the closers, they don't really make that legitimate run. They just kind of grind, plot around, and try try to get up. Maybe Warchweek can save enough ground, and that'll kind of help her out a little bit to make the run a little bit stronger. But I'm not sold on anybody in race 6. Go as deep as you can if you can.
Well, we both like the 1-4, but then we have completely different horses on top. Well, the 5 is getting a class relief. The last race against Maryland Bred Allowance was a little ugly, so I wasn't sure what direction she was going in, but she is getting a class relief today to try to wake her up. How about the 3? I like the 3 here. Janelle Dreams for Kieran McGee. Julio Correa, the Bug Boy, will ride. And 4th last out at this level. Nothing special. That was a second time in the Kieran McGee barn, so maybe he's figured her out a little bit more today. She gets 5 pounds off with the Bug Boy. She'll be coming late to try to get a piece of it here. The 3, Janelle Dreams, and you like the 8 Single Mission. The 8 Arbutus at a big price in here. Exactly.
Yeah, that's I just think this horse. We've got Panero moving inside to outside. Really wasn't never comfortable in that race last time out. Stan, I think position just outside the other speed. It's a hang around type at a price. Yep, let's go to the 7.
So wide open there, I guess, in race 6. Race 7 will start the late daily double. Nice maiden special weight on the main track, going 7 furlongs. Maiden special weight for filly mares 3 and up. Let's start with the 9. I have the 9 on top here, Trapped in My Mind for trainer Jesse Cruz. Let's show you the race from Black-Eyed Susan Day at Pimlico, maiden special weight. Here's the start that day.
Highlighted, the 5 that day. Breaks a little to the outside, then gets really slammed, almost jostled, roughed around at the break. We're going to pick it up one more time. Thanks, guys. Outside horse drifts in, a little bit green there coming out of the gate. And Trapped in My Mind took a lot of it there. Was really bounced around. Got him off kilter a little bit, but settles up and is going to be able to circle about 5 wide into the stretch. And Trapped in My Mind makes a pretty good run. Closes about 5 lengths to the last quarter of a mile. Went out to a mile and a 16th. Another trouble trip, but kept trying to the wire. This horse is going to give an effort. My concern is how good is this 3-year-old filly first are going to be. My top selection, the 10, Arafana. But Trapped in My Mind right there. This is a good run through the final quarter after that gate trouble. I like the 10, though, a little bit better. I think this firster could be any kind, the daughter of Curlin.
All right, let's talk about her now. I do like the outside, but the extreme outside for a first-time starter. Sometimes they veer right a little bit coming out of the gate, but she's probably well prepared up there at Fair Hill for Kelly Rubley. Julian Pimentel rides. You talk about her, some solid breeding here for Arafana.
Oh, bottom side. The mare was 3 for 3. That was all she ran, but she ran topped out at a 92. She won at 3 different racetracks. Now you're looking at the family. The family was all turf and synthetic. They made a lot of money, won a lot of races. Could win short, could win long. Interesting that this horse now makes the start on the dirt. Okay, Lone Century was a horse that this horse is kin to that ran well recently on the turf. Luke Sally was one, made up almost $800,000, ran on the turf with 103 buyer. But Curlin's, bottom side, APND, this horse is going to be able to handle the dirt. And these bullets are indicating this horse is sitting on ready for Kelly Rubley.
I like her. She's well-bred. You have to respect the connections. Pimentel, Rubley, 29%, and a big positive ROI. She's just going to need to break sharp from that far outside here in her debut. So we like a few of the same horses there in race 7. Let's take a look here. One more race, race 8. We're back on the turf, 5.5 on the bowl game turf course. Rail at 17 feet. Maiden claiming 16,000. Filly mares 3 and up, and we both like the 5-8-3 on top here. Let's start with the 5, None for trainer Larry Curtis, a 3-year-old filly by Munnings. Went off 35-1 in the debut late June right here at Laurel Park at this level. Came 4 wide and a steady run. Gets up for a real good second that day. Antonio Lopez comes back to town to ride today. We won't get 35-1 on None, but 9-2 still a decent price. Hopefully, maybe she can show a little more speed early on and not be so far back, but she catches the right group here to run them down late.
Kind of stranger that day. The kind of horse that really probably messed up a lot of exactas for people. 35-1 firster. You're not going to think this horse is going to get up. And she did not have a real comfortable trip. She was caught in between horses a long way, was able to shift out a little bit, but kept trying to the wire to get up. She better hadn't fall that far back, because I think the 8 of these horses that have run is the proven speed, dropping in class. We've seen Wayne Potts get some of these horses off of Contessa and move them up. Controlling the gold looks like the speed of the speed in race 8. I think she takes them a long way. Interesting firsters, the three to get ready. A long time to the races. We're actually going to see the 2-year-old relative here, I believe, tomorrow, or was it tomorrow or Saturday?
Okay.
But 3 to get ready. Was scratched, I believe, the other day from a dirt race. Is going to go to the turf. Bottom side, chosen speed is turf. Lone sibling to race. Was 4 for 18 on the grass and did win first time out. That was Feisty Broad. So take that in consideration. Given plenty of time to get to the races. We know how this owner-trainer, Hammy and Goree, spot them.
Yeah.
They mean business first time out. 16,000. Take a look at the three to get ready.
All right, so it could be a big day today for the first-time starters from the Hammy Smith barn. So we both like the 583 on top there in race 8. Nice carryovers today. Don't sleep on them. The Rainbow Pick 6, that starts race 3 today. Let's show you that carryover one more time. It's over 11. We have 3 carryovers. Race 2 starts at Super High 5. That's over 1,000. Rainbow Pick 6, that's over 11,600. That starts race 3. Then the late pick 5 starts in race 4. That carryover is over 5,300. So some nice action on a Thursday, a beautiful Thursday to get the race weekend going today.
Take the trifecta down. Let's get all 3 of them.
There you go.
About 20, 30,000 in our pockets. Set us up well for the weekend.
Get fueled up for that
wouldn't that
Sonic
be
5
nice?
tomorrow. The Beat the Heat handicapping tournament this Saturday. More information about that and all of our upcoming events and all of our picks for today, plays of the day. Check it out at laurelpark.com. That's it. We're out of time. Dave Rodman's coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.